It's the Super Eagles of Nigeria versus Bafana Bafana. Ladies and gentlemen, the day is finally here. It's the AFCON 2023 semi-finals. It's Nigeria versus South Africa. It's the Jollof boys versus the Papa boys. It's the Afrobeats boys versus the Amapiano people. Apparently the winner gets to keep Sunnyside and Hillbrow. The winner gets to keep South African women because apparently South African men are all emigrating to Cape Verde. So it's gonna be an interesting one. So this is your match build up, just my views. I've done this twice, how we win this game. So I did it twice against Morocco and I also did it against Cape Verde, and I said how we win this game, and we actually won those games. But this one is gonna be a very difficult one. To be honest, I see an extremely difficult game for South Africa. This one is a difficult one. For me, how do we not lose? We lose this game if we keep doing the same thing. Yes, Coach Hugo Broos has been very good this tournament. No matter what anyone says, this has been a successful tournament. He is not a coach that plays the most entertaining football. He's a very conservative coach. And because of that, not everyone might be entertained or impressed with the football that South Africa has been playing. Because if you're looking at this, Nigeria has scored in every single game that they've played in this AFCON. Coach Hugo Broos has to change something, or else I believe we lose this game. South Africans want to see some flavor in the football, but Hugo Broos has given clear instructions for us to be very safe and very cautious when playing. We've played 5 games. We've only scored in about 2 out of the 5 games. We scored against Namibia, although it was 4 goals. That's the only group game we scored in, and we scored against Morocco. That's the only knockout game we've scored in. So that's 2 out of 5, that's 40%. Nigeria have scored in every single match so far in this AFCON campaign, sorry. So for me, Nigeria will score if we continue playing the same, which is being very defensive, dropping off, allowing them to have the ball, allowing attacks against us, and allowing crosses into the box. That's how we've played though. So it's not a shock, and I don't think he will change it. But for me, in order for us to really win this game, something has to change. We can't just sit back and expect to hit them on the counter. We're not very good on the counter. We're not blessed with players with extreme blistering pace. We don't have those. And we've also lost Thapelo Maseko to injury now, and he usually comes off the bench anyway. So we cannot expect to get something on the counter attack. That's not who we are. Our strengths, again, is playing football. The benefit, the plus, I think, is that Nigeria do allow teams to have the ball. If you're looking at us, in our big games, the last 2 knockout games, Cape Verde, they had more possession than us. Morocco, they had more possession than us. Tunisia, in the group stage as well, they had more possession than us. That's my point. We allow the teams to dominate us, to dominate the ball. So the only way I believe we get something from this game is if we change that. We change our mostly defensive approach to games and really try score within 90 minutes. We haven't scored in 90 minutes in a lot of games. Like I said, 3 out of the 5 games we played, we haven't scored. So that has to change. We can't just hope for Ronwen Williams's heroics. Okay. I believe we have to win this game in 90 minutes. The last game we went to extra time. How is that going to affect the legs of the boys? Very tiring. Cape Verde were pushing us all the way. We can't just rely on Ronwen Williams' heroics. We can't just rely on Ronwen Williams' heroics during penalty shootouts. We can't just hope for a 0-0 in normal time, any extra time, then we go to penalties, then we win it. Yes, we win. We have Ronwen Williams. But my point is, I don't think we'll get there if we approach the game the same. What I think we should do is we need to get on the ball. Nigeria go through periods where they allow the opponent to really have the ball. But the issue is that they defend as a team. You will see Osimhen. He even said it himself. He hasn't been scoring. He hasn't been firing much. I think he has 1 goal and 1 assist. But he's been working very, very hard for his team. He's defending all the time. He's clearing headers in set pieces. They get every man behind the ball. I also think that issue is Nigeria are too fast. They have Adama Lukman on the left and Simon Moses. I think it's Simon Moses. They have Simon on the right. That's too much pace that we'll struggle to deal with if we do not change our approach. We'll be again forced to have Pesitao and Thapelo Morena coming back and helping to defend. again, for me, yes, it's always going to be needed, but we need to change the defensive approach. That's the only way I see we get something out of this game. And with that being said, I definitely believe that we can win this game if we really apply ourselves and we have to play the most perfect game. We have to avoid mistakes. We made so many mistakes against Cape Verde. Luckily, we were not punished. But if we continue the same, we will lose. With that being said, hope you enjoyed the game. I believe we can do it. It's going to be very difficult, probably the most difficult game we've played. But if there's anything that this AFCON has taught us, is that underdogs are overachieving. Everyone that's an underdog in every game has been overperforming. And if Nigeria become complacent, if they underestimate us, then we will beat them. Bafana Bafana, this is very important. This is when the boys of South Africa need you to win this one. It means more. So please, all the best, and let's see what happens. That's a bad ending.